Assalamu alaikum class, this is Maimuna Rafiq and today we'll discuss a new topic in educational psychology is cognitive views of the learning। और उसका जो टॉपिक है नेक्स्ट उसमें है वर्किंग मेमोरी कि कॉग्निटिव व्यूज़ ऑफ लर्निंग में हमारा जो मेमोरी का रोल है वो क्या है, किस तरह से वर्क कर रही है एंड व्हाट इज़ द वर्किंग कॉग्निटिव मेमोरी। सो टुडे वी विल डिस्कस दीज थिंग्स। Here we go to discuss all the things. So first of all we make some overview that what kind of the topic we are discuss today. Number one, we will discuss what is the working memory and what do we use working memory, when do we use the working memory, or does working memory capacity vary between the people, and why is the working memory so curricular of the learning. So these are some kind of views. How new information is acquired. The model of the working memory is first of all the information in sensory input is coming to the sensory memory, then its unattached information is quickly isolated. Then attention work and the working memory encode it, then send it to the long-term memory, then long-term memory retrieval to the working memory. मीन्स कि जब सेंसरी इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही होती है आपके दिमाग में या कोई भी इनपुट आ रही होती है तो वो इन्फॉर्मेशन कहाँ जाती है, सबसे पहले सेंसरी मेमोरी में जाती है। सेंसरी मेमोरी उसको जब ट्रांसफ़र कर रही होती है अटेंशन कॉन्शियसली अटेंशन में उसको सेंड कर रही होती है वर्किंग मेमोरी में। वहाँ से फिर इन्फॉर्मेशन क्या होती है, इनकोड होके जाती है लॉन्ग टर्म मेमोरी में। अब लॉन्ग टर्म मेमोरी क्या करता है कि जब वर्किंग मेमोरी को ज़रूरत होती है बाय द टाइम उस चीज़ को यूज़ करने की, तो उसको रिट्राइवल के थ्रू उस मेमोरी को दोबारा से वर्किंग मेमोरी के पास सेंड कर देता है। So what is a working memory? Working memory is a psychological construct that refers to the processing space in the mind brain when a person computes information. Working memory is, for example, where the listener flattening stores and process linguistic data to analyze it for comprehension. There are multiple theories and models of the working memory, but what they all have in common is the idea that working memory has a limited capacity. Okay, working memory, the structure when it's the short-term memory. Short-term memory behave differently depending on whether the thing to be remembered are present visually or auditively, repeatedly, or the term memory or slowly, or whether the item activate information stored in a long-term memory and where in a sequence of facts a critical item falls. Cognitive psychologists have developed a theory of underlying mechanism of short-term memory, not only to explain the properties of short-term memory but also explain how the short-term memory help us to interact with the world and accomplish our goals. So this emphasis on the active and structural aspects of short-term memory began with work of Miller, Galanter and Pribram, 1960. They call the short-term memory working memory to emphasize that it serves as our support system for doing cognitive work such as reasoning, listening or making the decision. Great progress in this effort to replace the static model of the short term with a more process-oriented model of working memory was made by Baddeley and Hitch. Their model of the working memory is composed of four subsystems. Is phonological loop, central executive loop, visual spatial sketchpad and episodic buffer. The working memory model is Central executive is gonna throw the phonological loop, episodic buffers and visual spatial scratchbook pad. phonological loop में कहाँ आगे जाता है attractory loop and store. Badley and Hitch 1974, a working memory model presented that the working memory is a central executive and visual spatial and phonological loops. Phonological explained by the working memory. The followers applications of the working memory model illustrate how the four components of a working memory function to explain the three typically findings associated with the short-term memory, in which the phonological confusion, irrelevant speech phonological confusion, the word length effect and irrelevant speech effect. So these are the phenomena that explained by the working memory. Phonological confusion. What is the phonological confusion? Phonological confusion occurs when people try to remember the list of the words or sentence and find that their memory is words from items that sound alike than for items that sound different. As a result, the person trying to remember a series of words or letters that sound alike will be judged to have a smaller short-term span than a person trying to remember a sequence that does not sound alike. Okay? This is the phonological confusion. And the word length effect is when you try to memorize vocabulary in foreign language and long words are more difficult to remember than the short ones. This phenomena is termed the word length effect. Short-term memory span decreases as the length of the word to be memorized increases. How does working memory explain this effect? Words with more syllables increases the number of the sounds and the articulatory control process must rehearse. Notice that long words not only have the more syllables than the short one, they take longer to pronounce. Working memory show that the speed of articulation is the key to the capacity of short-term memory. Okay guys? Okay, now it's irrelevant speech effect. The ability of inconsequential background speech to interfere with the silent verbal rehearsal is called irrelevant speech effect. It can occur even when the language begins spoken in different form of the language of the text you are reading. This is because the speech sound from irrelevant speech enter the phonological loop and are added to the sound associated with the word that you are trying to remember. When do we use the working memory? Remembering a new telephone number, web address or vehicle registration number while we are trying to find a pen and a paper to write it down or to use it in some other way. Following spoken directions such as go straight over at roundabout, take the second left and the building is on the right opposite the church, and calculating how much the bill will be at the supermarket. Check out from the item we have in our basket, measuring and combining the correct amount of ingredients when you have just read the recipe but are no longer looking at the page. Are there limits to working memory? Here are some of the situations that often lead to loss the information from the working memory. Number 1 is distraction. Number 2, trying to hold in the mind too much information. Number 3, engaging in a damaging task. Does working memory capacity vary between the people? There is a personal limit to working memory, which each individual having a relatively fixed capacity that may be greater or less than that of the other. So a particular activity may be well within the capacity of one person but exceed that of another. Working memory capacity also increases with the age. During the childhood, young children typically have very small capacity that increases gradually until the teenagers year. Why is working memory so crucial for the learning? Working memory is a crucial to many learning activity in the classroom because learner often often have the hold the information in the mind while engaging in an effortful activity. Learner with a small working memory capacity will struggle in these activities simply because they are unable to hold in mind sufficient information to allow them to complete the task. Losing the curricular information from the working memory will cause them to forget many things. Because learner with a small working memory capacity fail in many different activities on many occasions, they will struggle to achieve the normal rates of the learning and will make the poor general academic progress. The cognitive science and the neuroscience made an argument from the treatment of L2 working memory as the construct that contributes independently to the learning process. Working memory is a multi-component system. The system has been demonstrated in the psychological studies to undergo the considerable growth from childhood through early adolescence. There is also growth in L2 working memory. It is far more likely that growth occurs as a result of increasing efficiency in the strategies carried out by working memory over time. As these strategies compete with each other to construct meaning out of the received input, they lead to change in the interlanguage and in L2 working memory itself. It is through this competitive process that acquisitions of the language occur over a time. Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that is stupid. Albert Einstein said about this. So here is the done. Today our topic is done, and I hope you guys are understand. Inshallah, we will discuss in the next topic in the next lecture. For today, remember me in your prayers. Stay safe, stay at home, and if you have any issue in this topic, you can discuss with me. For that time, take care. Allah Hafiz.